I always say this is my core belief that paid ads, the ultimate goal of paid ads should be that few years down the line, the brand should not be spending in paid ads.
I know it's about your podcast and not mine, but I just had this thing as a friend, as a fellow entrepreneur, as who is in the same journey, want to know ki bhai, what is your take, not take exactly in performance marketing, but what do you see your journey like in digital edge as well? Now you're doing this, it's a lovely thing. In performance marketing, well, what is your envision? Where do you want to take it, and what have you thought about it?
I think that's a good question, will get me thinking. But I think top of the mind, I would say I'll first answer about performance marketing.
Hmm.
So I think when I started working for an agency doing Google ads and Facebook ads, especially started with e-commerce clients.
Hmm.
So I really enjoyed it because it was fast paced. You get real data in real time and you are able to optimize it every day. And
Correct.
the most important thing is you get the results in your hand every day.
Correct.
So either the sale is done or not done.
Hmm.
So I know if I've put in 100 rupees, have
Hmm.
I got 500,000? What have I got? And
Correct.
luckily, the first few clients were very successful. So we were getting around 10 ROI
Hmm.
is to 1. So
Correct.
we were putting in 1 rupee, we were getting 10 out of it. So I was really enjoying that part. And then I started learning more about the Google Ads platform, the Facebook platforms. So that made me interested in pursuing the same path. And I think performance marketing is something where you can directly impact to client success. So I think I don't have that patience of a, long journey and wait for the results because
Correct.
I loved optimizing it every day. I
Correct.
loved looking at the results. Even if they were not good results, I can know how can I turn it around immediately and again check the results.
So the
So I
knack
think,
of making a change keeps
yeah,
you going always.
yeah. So it was fun. I also learned how not to do changes there because if something is working,
The fun.
you did, yeah. If something is not broken, just do not change it. But there were a lot of data analytics, Google Analytics involved in it. It was very fascinating that as a consumer, as a viewer, when I used to go to some websites or when I used to do a Google search, I used
Hmm.
to click on the first link, and then
Hmm.
I realized now I am doing this when people are coming to the so many
Yes.
users and viewers are coming to website. I'm able to see their behavior, what they are
Correct.
doing,
Correct.
and
Correct.
studying the psyche behind it, and then accordingly strategizing. It was
True.
very fascinating. So that is how and then I started getting better at it. So I thought I'll continue with performance marketing. And like you said, it was very new for me doing something of my own. But
Hmm.
I took that leap. I had that confidence. I had that confidence from my ex-manager also that
Hmm.
I can take up, freelance clients.
Hmm.
So I went on that journey and performance marketing, like you mentioned, for in coming days or in coming years, I think it's always going to be very relevant and very helpful,
Hmm.
especially in this world where a lot of startups or new businesses are coming.
Hmm.
Because I think performance marketing is like the growth engine for any business.
Correct.
I'm not saying it should be done for every brand or business, but
Hmm.
I think if you are a startup, especially, and you want to, scale immediately but effectively, I think performance marketing helps a lot there.
Hmm.
Because first of all, you are always short on your budget. So you want to optimize your budget properly and you get the results. You are able to measure spendings and you are able to optimize it immediately. So you do not waste your resources or waste your money at all if you are doing performance marketing, especially for a new brand or a new product being launched in the market. And I always say it is my core belief that paid ads, ultimate goal of paid ads should be that few years down the line, the brand should not be spending in paid ads.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so paid ads should build such a foundation for the brands that after a few years, naturally organic traction should be coming to the brands. Naturally, there should be lead generation and sales there. Of course, it depends on brand to brand, especially for e-commerce, because e-commerce, like I said, you are selling probably a shoe.
Hmm.
So if you are putting in 100 rupees and you're getting 500 out of it, then it's a profit for you.
Correct.
Then you can keep continuing the spends there because you are getting valid results and profit out of it.
Correct.
But otherwise, it should take you to the level where only your organic strategies come into picture and you no longer have to spend on your marketing budget on the paid ad side.
Correct.
So I hope I answered your question.
Yes, you did in a very elaborated one way, but
Yeah,
understand where someone asked me about community, मेरा भी वैसे ही निकलता है info.
हाँ,
So when that's your baby, so for you that is
yeah,
you will know every nook and hook of it.
yeah. So I've just become very passionate about, bringing clients that success
Hmm.
because it's a very innovative field, I would say. It's not about just, putting an ad for this kind of audience. There's so much research that goes on behind, and the research is the fun part because you learn a lot about different kinds of audience, and you will be amazed how the different audiences behave
Correct,
because you might have a certain perception this kind of audience must be behaving like this. There is a preconceived notion about every kind of audience or every geography, but
correct,
you will be surprised how they react online or how their purchasing behavior is. So
correct.
it's very fascinating to do that behind the scenes.
To enjoy the data and to work on it and just to make sure
Yeah,
most optimized solution what can be taken of it.
yeah. And to
Great.
your next question about the this podcast, so
Hmm.
I mean I started this podcast because I loved watching and listening to podcasts. So there
Correct,
is no end goal to this that I want to reach out to so many people. Should be a certain number of viewers. I want to monetize it. I don't have any plans about that. I wanted to do this. I pushed it for a while because I wanted to, be very researched back. Like you said, I was also nervous, obviously starting something new, coming in front of the camera and
hmm.
talking about my niche, interviewing people like you. So I wanted to be very sure of myself. So I took a while and then started. A couple of friends give me a push to start this, and now I am adamant on trying to shoot every week, bring
Yeah.
out some value to the viewers and listeners, and then I'll take it forward where it takes me along.
Best, yeah. The wheel should keep. I always say the wheels should keep rotating. That should
Yeah.
not stop. The car should keep moving. गाड़ी चाहिए, कुछ भी हो. But great, yeah. I mean, all the best. I mean, I just hope it becomes a huge. I mean, not necessarily a hit and all, but
Thanks.
you achieve what you want to achieve, whatever what goal you want to get.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much for supporting me on this and being here as my second guest. It was lovely. A lot of people actually recommended me to get you on board because you have a really long and a successful journey. So it
Hmm.
would be love to hear to you as well. So thoroughly enjoyed having you here.
Thank you. I enjoyed equally. I didn't even come to the when the 1 hour passed away also, but
Yeah,
I mean, great time. I had a great time.
yeah. Thank you so much.